Hi, I'm Jason from bloomsimports.com, and today we are going to be cooking some baby back rib portions. Now, these baby back rib portions are probably one of our most popular items, but it's also an item that I get a lot of questions on because a lot of people don't know what they are. If you've never bought these from us before, these are just the same meat as you would find on a regular rack of baby back ribs. They're just in smaller portions. So they're a lot of times they're the end cuts of a full rack of baby back ribs. The beauty with these is they're about half the price of barbecuing regular baby back ribs. So what we're doing here is just putting them into some aluminum pans so that we can coat them and put some dry rub on them. As you can see, some of these are 2 ribs, some of these are 1 rib, but for the most part they're all kind of the same size, which makes it a lot easier to barbecue. We're going to be smoking these baby back ribs, but you can cook them in a number of different ways. You could smoke them, you can put them right on the grill, or a lot of people cook them in the oven, pre-bake, and then you put them on the grill. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to take some just regular mustard, add a little bit of water, stir this up, and we're going to coat the ribs with it. This helps the dry rub that we're going to put on the ribs stick to the ribs. So we just make a little bit of a sauce here, pour them over. The good thing about mustard is it adds a little bit of flavor, but it doesn't overpower your ribs. And now we can put on some dry rub. We're going to mix this all together in a second. Now time to get our hands a little dirty. Alright, so now we have these pretty well coated with our dry rub and mustard. The dry rub can be just about anything. A lot of paprika, garlic, powdered onion, salt, pepper, chili powder, hot pepper flakes. A lot of people put different stuff in it, so it's basically up to you. What we're going to do is we're going to let these sit in the fridge for a few hours to let that flavor soak in, and then we're going to put them on the smoker. Alright, so now our rib portions have been marinating for a couple hours, and we're going to go ahead and put them into the smoker. The smoker's at 250. In case you don't want to cook these on a smoker and you prefer to cook them on a grill, I'm going to go through with one of them how to cook it on the grill. So here we have very hot flame and actually no flame at all. We've turned off these 2 left burners and this one's going pretty hot. So we're going to throw it on here, let it char for just a couple minutes, and then we're going to move it over to here where there's actually no flame underneath it. This is going to take a long time to cook this way, but this is how you ensure that it's a very tender rib when you're done. Baby backs don't actually have to slow cook. Spare ribs you're much more likely to have to slow cook to make them tender. These you can actually just throw right on the grill and they'll come out pretty tender. Alright, so we have this crisped up over our open flame. Now we're going to move it over to the side that's not lit. We're going to leave this burner on and it's going to create an oven effect that's going to slow cook this baby back for us. And that's it. So these 2 are off, this one's on, and we're just going to close the cover. So these ribs have been in the smoker for about an hour, so we're going to baste them with some sauce. I'm going to use 2 different kinds of sauce. One is a homemade barbecue sauce, which I can't tell you how it's made. And the next is the teriyaki sauce, which is 3 simple ingredients, which I'll put at the end of the video. Now let's check on this little guy we have in the grill. Looks like he's doing good. We're gonna put some sauce on him too. Now this one's gonna cook a little quicker than the one in the smoker, but that'll be alright. Alright, so these ribs have been in here for a couple hours. We're gonna open it up and coat them again with some barbecue sauce. They look good. Alright, it's been about 3 hours now, and I think our grilled rib is done. So let's go ahead and cut it up. A lot of these will come 2 ribs to 1 portion, and it's usually best to cut it before you serve it so that somebody doesn't have to cut this on their plate. So if you look here, we got a really tender rib that came off this grill, so this came out really well. Just go ahead and put it here. A little bit of our secret barbecue sauce. Almost looks like a fancy restaurant. And that's it.